Welcome to GOA365's English News Bulletin. I am Susan Gomes and these are the headlines. Schools restart, but some warn undertaking from parents absorbing schools' responsibility. Congress criticizes Karnataka government's stand of not allowing the Bengaluru Archdiocese to build a statue of Jesus. And now for the news in detail. Schools have restarted all over the state, and while students seemed enthusiastic about the development, parents were left disgruntled after schools flouted government SOPs stating that parents' consent was required to attend offline classes. Some school managements have even gone so far as to ask parents to sign an undertaking stating that school managements would not be held responsible should anything happen to the child. Here's more.
The current pandemic situation has left parents in fear of sending their wards to school, and having to sign such undertakings has done nothing to help the situation. Here are some parents from Vasco's Andrew High School, heads of the school and the education department officials.
भुरग्याक हांवें स्कुलान धाडले. टिचरीन म्हाका फोन करून विचारले कितें तुवें तुज्या भुरग्याक कित्याक धाडले, तुवें कन्सर्न दिला, तूं परमीट करिना म्हणून. म्हाका स्कुलां चालू जाल्ली जायी, पूण ती कितें म्हणटा, टिचरी कितें सांगता, आमी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी घेयना, इन्स्टिट्यूट घेयना, गव्हर्मेंट घेयना, तुमी ओन तुमच्या रिस्कार धाडा म्हणटा. पूण म्हाज्या ती सबंदीस मास्क घालतली, सॅनिटायझर लायतली, मागीर एका म्हाका भुरग्या कडेन उलयतली, खातली, आनी सीक पडले जाल्यार कोण ताका जबाबदार.
जेन्ना हांवें टिचरी विचारलें, तुमी आमकां बरोवन दिता काय विचारलें, ह्या गव्हर्मेंटान आमकां बरोवन दिला, भुरग्यांक जर फाल्यां जबाबदारी सरकारान घेवपाक जाय. आमी ओन रिक्षान आमच्या भुरग्यांक कशें धाडटले, हो क्वेश्चन विचारलो. मॅडमीक विचारले, टिचरी सांगलें, तूं आमकां बरोवन दी, भुरग्यांची आमी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी घेता. तर सरकारान खंयसर आपली आपूण रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी घेता म्हूण सांगना. ना प्रमोद सावंताक सांगची भिवपाची गरज ना म्हणून परत तेणी तो सांगना भिवपाची गरज ना म्हणून आमच्या अंडरटेकिंगाचे तो भुरग्यांक धाड म्हणटा. जर फाल्यां जर आमच्या भुरग्यांक कितें जालें, एका कोण रिस्पॉन्सिबल?
They have sent a consent letter yesterday saying that you sign on this. This is done forcibly by the authorities of school, and especially this said that the school, what he has done, it is wrong what they have done. So I object to this, and they should listen to our grievances and take the further steps.
Yeah, morning when I reached to school, one parent, he started instigating the parents that why only we started the school. But one of our teacher told him that as per the circular from the department, we have reopened the school. That is from 1st to 12th standard. Okay. Then he made a big hangama in front of the school, and he did allow students to enter the classroom. Okay. And he called many of the parents and started putting allegation on us that teachers are not taking care of the students. But we know how much care we are taking of our students in the school.
About the school reopening, whether the parents are forced to take the consent, because this consent about the parents is already mentioned in the SOP, so the schools are advised to take the consent from the parents.
And what was the grievance?
The grievance is that they are asking that the ADI has asked the school to reopen, and they want the ADI to give in writing saying that she is taking the responsibility of the whole school.
But when you met the school, what is the...
The schools are running smoothly, no grievance from anybody as far the visits have been done.
Shiv Sena has also criticized schools for making parents sign undertakings that parents are to send their children to school at their own risk.
As per this consent letter, ताणी आवय बापाय कडल्यान म्हणजे जे पालक आसा, पेरंट्स आसा, तांचे कडेन स्कुलान मागिल्लें आसा की ताणी एक कन्सेंट लेटर सायन करचें, आनी तातूंत एक हांव तुमकां वाचून दाखयता. आय द अंडरसायन मिस्टर सो एंड सो, पेरंट्स ऑफ सो एंड सो, स्टँडर्ड रोल नंबर, wish to send my ward to attend physical classes in school at my own risk. I will be responsible for the child after the school hours is okay. Pudun, I will send to attend physical classes in school at my own risk. अशा तरेचे लेटर हे स्कुलांनी स्वताहून धाडिल्ले आसा. जर एज्युकेशन डिपार्टमेंटान जर तांकां कितें नोटिफिकेशन धाडलें आसत जाल्यार हांव प्रसार माध्यमां समोर आनी प्रसार माध्यमां मार्फत एज्युकेशन डिपार्टमेंटाक सांगूंक सोदता की तुमी जर अशें परिपत्रक काडलां की अशा तरेचो कन्सर्न पेरंट्सा कडल्यान घेवचो जाल्यार आमचो ताका आक्षेप आसा शिवसेनेचो आनी आमी मागता डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन की बेगींतल्या बेगीन हे जे तुमी नोटिफिकेशन काडलां तें फाटीं घेया.
South Goa MP Francisco Sardin also spoke on the restarting of schools. The government has hurriedly taken the decision to open schools. Few days are left for the next academic year. Let this year go and restart schools from June, Sardin demanded.
लोक भुरगे वयचे ना थोडे कोणाक थोडे घरांत त्रास कोत्ताय थोडे एक फावटी कोण आपणा जाय ते चिंताय थोडे धाडल्या पूण हांव मागता ही बंद करपाक एक 1.5 म्हयनो सुमार उरला. वॉट इज द अर्जन्सी इन जून सारखे सदांचे भशेन सुरू करात आनी मुखली पावलां मारयात. आतां कोविड देंवलोलें आसा लोक भितात आपल्या भुरग्यांक जाय म्हणून देखून कोण म्हणटात लेस देन 14 तुमी वॅक्सिन दियात अबाव दीस एज वॅक्सिन दियात. देखून हांव म्हणटा इतलें तेंप चलयत ना चलयतले तेज भशेन चलयाय टील द एंड ऑफ दीस टर्म आनी मागीर सारकें कॉमेस करया तें तुमकां सगळें ताऱ्यार पडटा.
Earlier in the morning, students were welcomed into schools after all schools, including private institutions from classes 1 to 12th, reopened on Monday, after the Education Department gave its order. After the gap of 2 years, students were welcomed by their teachers. The school management are saying that the COVID protocols are being followed. The department has not made school uniform mandatory and has given timing concession for the initial period. Some heads of schools spoke to us.
2 वर्सांनी ही सगळी शाळा गजबजल्या आनी अशी गजबजल्या की सगळीं भुरगीं आनंदीत जाल्या. सकाळी आमची 5वी ते 10वीचे वर्ग सुरू जाले जाल्यार आमी पळयलें की प्रत्येक भुरगीं म्हळ्यार इतले आनंदीत जाला की आमकां तांचो आनंद आमकां एक्सप्रेस सुद्दां करपाक शकनात आमी. त्याच बरोबर आमी पळयलें की आतां ही आयल्या ती 1ली ते 4थीची भुरगीं. त्याच बरोबर आमी तांकां इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स दिले की भुरगीं आतां आयली की ती कशी बसतली SOP ती कशी फॉलो करतली मास्क लावन येतली त्याच बरोबर सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग ती दवरतली आनी त्याच बरोबर भुरगीं येतना टिफीन आपले हे इम्पॉर्टंट टिफीन आसा ती स्वता घेवन येतली आनी स्वताच खातली. सदां आमी कितें म्हणटात की टिफीन म्हणटा तें शेअर करून खावपाचें आसता एकामेकाक दिवन खावपाचें आसता पूण आतां हो कोरोनाचो काळ ना म्हणून प्रत्येक भुरग्यान आपली टिफीन घेवन येवप आनी स्वता खावप.
Hiru Mahale and Sandeep Toenkar for GOA365 from Vasco and Margao.
With the third wave slowing down and travel restrictions easing all over the world, the tourism industry is hopeful of a good season this year. Domestic tourism has done really well over the last few seasons and is expected to remain strong over this year as well. Former TTAG President Savio Messias said. International travel has, however, taken a hit, with just one charter flight arriving in the state every 10 days.
Messias spoke on the current state of the tourism industry and its future prospects. The hotel industry was impacted by the lull in tourists, but those who relied too heavily on foreign tourists to run business operations have been forced to shut shop, Messias said. The tourism industry is currently in need of 2 things, according to the former TTAG president: a strong, dedicated team of professionals whose workflow is not disrupted by transfers, and a boost to charter tourism. Listen.
Now domestic tourism is booming, it's doing very well. We were all afraid because of this third wave, but now things have settled down and it's doing well. International tourism has taken a beating. You do see a few foreigners traveling to Goa. There's just one charter flight coming every 10 days. So we hope now this year, we can say that this season is lost as far as international tourism is concerned. So let's now start planning for the coming season. We need a mix of foreign tourists and domestic. We just cannot rely only on domestic to fill up the rooms in Goa. See, many hoteliers have not opened up because these are the hotels who were relying entirely on the charters. Some have opened up, but they are just not even breaking even. I know many private hotel shacks on the coastal belt who ran away and not come back. They are shut. Many of the places are shut because they were catering to the charters and foreigners. See, if you want to bring in the charters, it's a very competitive market. So you need to offer incentives like airport cost, free visas, and brochure cost, and some kind of incentives. Now, if the government is willing to call the charter operators from overseas, sit across the table and assure them of some incentives, I think then only can the charter market come up, because many countries are offering these subsidies.
Goa Airport Director Gagan Malik also spoke on charter tourism, informing that charter tourism has picked up slightly but is facing several difficulties, including international tensions and the COVID-19 pandemic. The 30th tourist charter and the 6th B747 of the season from Russia brought 593 passengers on Sunday morning. 488 passengers also departed on the same charter flight. Listen to what he has to say.
Charter tourism, initially it picked up well, keeping in view the pandemic situation, because this time, for the first time, Kazakhstan also brought in two airlines from Kazakhstan, brought the charter passengers from Almaty. But unfortunately, after few flights, situation at Kazakhstan, due to civil disobedience and all those problems there, resulted into that Almaty airport was closed. Some flights still we are expecting they are going to operate. So let's see what actually happens. It all depends upon the situation at Kazakhstan. So efforts are on. We are, from our side, we are providing them all the support, whatever is required and whatever is to be provided for. But ultimately, airlines are facing problem from their originating station. So that is one drawback. We are expecting that Rosia has got 5 slots left with them so far, and SCAT and the other airlines from Kazakhstan, those slots are very not fixed as of now whether they are going to operate or not. So I think 5-6 slots are still there with them, with both the airlines. So they will be planning to. Air Astana has operated 2 days back also. So it all depends how do they operate their operations. So far around 36 charter operations have taken place. This is all in addition to the air bubble movement of Vande Bharat mission as well as Air Arabia. So we are hopeful that up till end of March, few more charters are going to operate. So far nothing has been come to us for the next season. But the way this pandemic is ebbing down, is going slow now, and world is opening up. So we expect by next season things will be back to normal. This is our assessment of things.
Hiru Mahale for GOA365 from Vasco.
We shall slip into a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. India has reported 16,051 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. The daily positivity rate has dipped to 1.93%, comparatively less than yesterday. 206 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, while Goa has reported 49 COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. No deaths were reported. The recovery rate has jumped to 98.21%. On global front, Hong Kong is witnessing a sharp surge in Omicron cases.
India reported 16,051 cases in last 24 hours, with cases witnessing dip in last few weeks now. As cases decline, daily positive rate has declined to 1.93%, while weekly positivity rate stands at 2.12%. 206 deaths were reported in last 24 hours, which included 92 fatalities from Kerala and 80 from Karnataka. Health Ministry said the comorbid patients contribute to 70% of deaths. Meanwhile, the national recovery rate has jumped to 98.33%. 16,051 cases in the last 24 hours. 206 deaths reported in last 24 hours. National positivity rate declines to 1.93%. National recovery rate stands at 98.33%. 175.46 crore citizens vaccinated. With Goa reporting less than 100, Goa government has decided to open schools and tourist destinations. However, the government had to face ire of people for its decision. Efforts are underway to kickstart tourism sector to boost economy. Bureau Report, Goa 365.
We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now for the weather. Dry weather prevailed over the state yesterday and is expected to continue for the next 5 days. Maximum and minimum temperatures are expected to hover around 32 degrees centigrade and 21 degrees centigrade respectively.
Minimum temperature will not change for the next 2 days, following which it is expected to rise by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. Haze and shallow fog was observed at isolated places and is expected tomorrow as well. Skies will turn partly cloudy over the state toward the evening hours today. There are no weather or fishermen warnings issued so far. Weather to remain dry for the next 5 days. Maximum and minimum temperatures today 32 degrees Celsius and 21 degrees Celsius respectively. Minimum temperatures to rise by 2 degrees Celsius after 2 days. Haze and shallow fog expected at isolated areas tomorrow morning. No weather and fishermen warnings issued so far. Bureau Report, Goa 365 with inputs from IMD.
With that, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. For more news and updates, log on to our website www.goa365.tv. Follow us on Facebook, Goa365 TV, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Goa365 TV, or download our app, which is available on both Android and iOS, to watch all the latest news and updates on your mobile. Take care, stay safe, and keep watching Goa365.